Right? Now, up to now, we discuss the three main types of elasticity, which is under demand, right? Price elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and income elasticity of demand. Now we are moving into price elasticity of supply. Again, we don't want to take much time. The similar discussion applies here, right? Only difference is the response of quantity supplied, not the demand. When we say supply elasticity, we are worrying about the quantity supplied. So under that, we are only taking one, that is price elasticity of supply. So there, we are looking at the response of quantity supplied due to a change in its own price. So price change, then supply elasticity get changed. Or the response get changed. Price may be increased by 10%. Supply, quantity supplied may be changed by 20%. Sometimes it may increase, sometimes it may decrease with different proportions. So therefore, we are interested in supply elasticity. This is important. In fact, when government is going to put a tax, so it is very important to think about the supply elasticity. What will happen with the supply elasticity? Like the demand elasticity, there are certain determinants. And certain determinants are there to decide on supply elasticity. The first one, supplier's ability to change. Depending on the supplier's ability to change, supply elasticity get changed. For example, if the supplier can change quickly, right, then elasticity may be high. You take the case like Boeing or Airbus, they are having very high fixed cost, something called fixed cost. We will come later to that point. We need a lot of investment, let's say like that. We need a huge investment to start the production process or change the production process. Therefore, their ability to change is very low. Now, they had the corona pandemic. Can they stop the production lines? Of course not. They will continue. And it is because their ability to change is very low. And if you take like tomato farmers in Sri Lanka, they see a significant increase in tomato prices. Like these days, tomato prices goes up to 1,000 rupees per 1 kilo. Now, can the farmers increase their tomato production? Their ability to change is very low, and they cannot. So the prices will be there. Then we say response is low. In both cases, we can say response is very low. Therefore, price elasticity of supply will be inelastic, and they cannot change. It is inelastic. And time horizon, like exactly the case that we took with tomato. Why farmers are having this ability to change is limited. It is because of the time horizon. If you take 1 week, 2 weeks, of course, they cannot change. The supplier, they cannot change it. But if you say 3 months or 4 months, of course, if the tomato prices are high for 3 months, definitely there will be an increase in tomato prices. Those who are traveling from Amelipitia, you may have seen that. There are a lot of banana. Why people are cultivating banana there instead of rice or paddy? People got to know that banana prices are much higher compared to paddy prices. So your profit will be high if you are going to calculate, if you are going to cultivate banana. So what they did, they changed. They change, it is not on by within 1 day or 2 days. It may be like 2 years, 3 years it took for the change. So if the time horizon is bigger, we have elastic supply. Now we have a lot of banana in the market. So it was elastic. Supply was increased. And we had the price change, price increase, and then quantity supplied also increased significantly after 3 or 4 years. So time horizon is bigger. When time horizon is closer, or like 1 week or 2 weeks, these farmers, they cannot adjust their production. Therefore, supply will be having inelastic. So depending on the time horizon, it can be elastic or inelastic with the ability of the suppliers to change also. It can be elastic or inelastic. Then we can easily calculate that using the same equation that we had for the calculation of price elasticity of demand with point elasticity. The same point elasticity formula can be put into the supply elasticity. So it will be finally delta QS divided by delta P. Here, quantity supplied, change in quantity supplied divided by change in its own price, which should be multiplied by the initial price divided by initial supply quantity. Then we are getting the point elasticity of supply. So we are happy with the point elasticity of supply and stop our discussion there. We can have different degrees. Of course, it is same. Again, we don't want to take much time. You can read it later. We can put all these shapes of the demand curves, supply curves, right? Whenever we are having a flatter supply curve or horizontal one or parallel to quantity axis supply curve, we say perfectly elastic. S2 is perfectly elastic. There can be significant change in supply even without any change in price, theoretically. Practically, a very small change in supply price will increase the supply with the lot. If you take S5, that will be perfectly inelastic. There will be different prices, but they cannot change their supply at all. And there will not be any change in supply. If you take S4, which is inelastic, prices may go up, but the response from supply will be less than that. 10% increase in supply price will increase the supply amount by 2%. Then we say it is inelastic. And S1 is elastic. 10% increase in supply price will increase the supply by more than 10%. And S3 is unitary. And you can draw them separately by yourself and study how to identify the supply elasticity with different graph. So it is given here.